Have you ever tossed a 1960 Lincoln penny into a jar without a second thought? That tiny copper coin could be hiding a story that has stunned collectors and sparked headlines across the coin market. Some extraordinary examples have been associated with values reaching an astonishing $672,000, but only under very specific conditions. Before you spend another penny, you may want to look a little closer. At first glance, every 1960 Lincoln cent looks almost identical. That's exactly why so many valuable pieces slip through everyday hands unnoticed. The real difference comes down to preservation, rare mint characteristics, striking quality, and unusual varieties that serious collectors are willing to compete for. One small detail can separate an ordinary 1-cent coin from a collector's dream. Now here's something surprising. How many pennies are sitting in your kitchen drawer right now? 5? 50? Maybe enough to buy a cheeseburger, or maybe enough to completely change your collection. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? Yet remarkable discoveries continue to remind collectors that hidden treasures often appear where nobody expects them. As excitement builds, don't rush to clean your coins. That shiny improvement can actually destroy collector value in seconds. Instead, examine the mint mark, the lettering, the date, and the overall condition under good lighting. Every tiny detail matters. And here's where the story becomes even more interesting. The rarest examples aren't simply old, they're exceptional. That's why professional grading can make an enormous difference when an outstanding coin surfaces. So before you ignore another 1960 Lincoln penny, remember this: history, rarity, and condition can create extraordinary value. Your next handful of pocket change might contain the coin everyone else overlooked. The biggest surprise may not be the penny itself, but what someone could be willing to pay for it. What if the ordinary 1967 Lincoln penny hiding in your change jar could be the one coin collectors dream about? Before you spend another cent, take a closer look, because one tiny detail could make all the difference. Some extraordinary examples have attracted incredible attention, and that's exactly why this humble penny continues to surprise collectors across America. The 1967 Lincoln penny was produced without a mint mark because all cents that year were struck without mint marks to discourage collectors from removing them from circulation. Millions were made, yet only a tiny fraction stand out for exceptional preservation or unusual minting errors. That's where the real excitement begins. Imagine discovering a brilliant uncirculated example with sharp details, glowing original color, or a dramatic error that instantly separates it from ordinary pocket change. Sounds impossible? People once thought valuable coins could never be hiding in everyday collections. Now here's the part many collectors overlook. Claims of a 1967 penny selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars should always be verified through trusted auction records and professional grading. While remarkable specimens can bring impressive prices, condition and authenticity determine everything. A scratched coin and a flawless one can have a difference worth thousands. Funny how one little scratch can be more expensive than your last vacation, right? Before you rush to spend or sell your old pennies, inspect every 1967 cent carefully under bright light. Look for crisp details, original luster, and unusual features that deserve expert evaluation. Your next discovery could completely change the way you see pocket change. And the most surprising 1967 Lincoln penny story? It might already be sitting quietly in your own collection, waiting for the moment you finally decide to look. Have you ever tossed a 1971 Lincoln penny into a jar without a second thought? What if that ordinary-looking coin could turn out to be the one collectors dream about? Before you spend another cent, you need to know why one tiny detail on a 1971 Lincoln penny has captured so much attention. Stay with me because the biggest surprise comes at the end. The 1971 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was struck in Philadelphia, where coins from that year normally carried no mint mark at all. Most examples are worth only face value, but condition changes everything. A sharply struck coin with blazing original luster and almost no signs of wear can attract serious interest from advanced collectors. Add an unusual mint error or an exceptional certified grade, and the value can rise dramatically. Some reports even mention extraordinary examples with asking prices reaching an eye-catching $678,000, reminding collectors that rarity and quality often determine the final price. not the date alone. Now here's the question. Is the penny hiding in your drawer just another coin? Or could it be the one everyone overlooked? Sounds unbelievable, right? Yet history has proven that incredible discoveries have happened in pocket change before. That's exactly why experienced collectors inspect every detail instead of making quick assumptions. Before you rush to celebrate, examine your coin carefully. Look for crisp lettering, strong Lincoln details, original color, and any unusual striking errors. Never clean the coin, because even a gentle polishing can reduce its collector appeal. If you believe you've found an exceptional example, consider having it authenticated and professionally graded before selling. The next time a handful of pennies lands in your palm, don't ignore them. Your greatest treasure might be hiding in the smallest coin, waiting for someone patient enough to recognize its true potential. What if the next penny you pull from an old jar isn't worth 1 cent at all? Imagine discovering that a seemingly ordinary 1985 D Lincoln penny could attract extraordinary attention from serious collectors. Before you spend another handful of change, take a closer look, because the smallest detail could completely change the story. Millions of these pennies were struck at the Denver Mint, but not every example is created equal. The coins that generate excitement are those with exceptional preservation, dramatic minting errors, or rare characteristics that separate them from everyday circulation pieces. That's exactly why experienced collectors inspect every 1985 D penny instead of assuming it's common. Strange, isn't it? The coin everyone ignores might be the one everyone wants. Now here's where things become even more interesting. You may have heard stories of a 1985 D Lincoln penny valued at an incredible $698,000. Extraordinary prices like that are associated with extremely rare, authenticated examples possessing exceptional qualities, not typical circulated coins. That means careful examination is everything. Before you rush to your coin jar, ask yourself one question. Have you ever looked closely at the mint mark, the lettering, the date, or the overall condition? Most people haven't. They spend valuable coins every day without realizing what passed through their fingers. That's a thought worth remembering. But don't stop yet, because one surprising detail could make all the difference. Use proper lighting, a magnifying glass, and avoid cleaning the coin, since cleaning can reduce collector value. Instead, preserve it exactly as you found it. The next time a 1985 D Lincoln penny appears in your pocket, don't dismiss it. Study it carefully, compare its features, and if something looks unusual, have it professionally authenticated. Your next life-changing discovery could already be waiting in your spare change. Have you ever tossed a 1993 D Lincoln penny into a jar without a second thought? That tiny copper-plated coin could deserve a much closer look, because a few extraordinary examples have captured the attention of serious collectors. Before you spend another penny, stay with me, because what you'll discover next may completely change the way you see your pocket change. Millions of these Denver Mint pennies were struck in 1993, yet condition, rarity, and unusual minting errors can separate an ordinary coin from one collector's eagerly pursue. Imagine finding a coin that has quietly waited in your home for decades while everyone else overlooked it. Sounds unbelievable, right? That's exactly why experienced collectors inspect every detail instead of relying on the date alone. Now here's where many people get confused. Not every 1993 D penny is valuable. The biggest premiums are typically paid for coins with exceptional preservation or significant mint errors, such as dramatic off-center strikes, doubled features, or other authenticated production mistakes. A coin claimed to be worth as much as $696,000 would represent an extremely rare, extraordinary example, not the typical 1993 D penny. Authentication by a respected grading service is essential before believing any remarkable valuation. But don't stop searching yet. What if the next coin sitting in your change jar has a hidden feature nobody noticed? Funny how a single cent can suddenly become the most interesting thing on your kitchen table. So before you cash in that old coin collection, examine every 1993 D Lincoln penny carefully under bright light. Compare the details, look for unusual characteristics, and never rush to spend an old coin. Your next incredible discovery may already be hiding in plain sight. and the coin everyone ignores today could become tomorrow's unforgettable collector's prize.